Since the opening of Studio 54 in the late 1970s, New York City has epitomized the world of celebrity-driven nightclub chic. In the last 15 years, one nightclub promoter more than any other has defined what it is to be fabulous.
Before anybody in New York City was being fabulous, there was Mark Baker.
I think he's the best in his field.
We get popcorn?
Yeah, popcorn's for free.
He brings beautiful people and a sort of energy that nobody else can replace.
This is a man who lives life to the full. He does what a lot of us think we would like to do. He does.
Mark's just always been somebody who I think has succeeded and had the reputation that he's had because he's very real.
Hold on one second. Yeah, hello. Can you give me 10 fields on the phone? Hello. I'm fucking whacked.
Oh, hello, love. Kiss, kiss. How are you? Oh, beautiful. How are you? Oh, hello, sweetie. You know, and you think, this guy's so full of shit.
Thank you for waiting. Sorry we're late. Dorota, hey you.
And his job is always parties, girls, whatever.
They want to do an interactive thing between Ted's party at Studio 54 on New Year's Eve, and then interact that with California, with somewhere there. Like they want to do some cheesy thing up in San Francisco. So fuck that. Do it with, hook it up with Playboy Mansion.
You know, I'm sure if the criteria for success is a Ferrari and an Armani suit and a model on your arm, he's made it.
And we have just confirmed that he has December 17th, 10 p.m. to 11 p.m. and onwards, private Oliver Stone launch party for any given Sunday with Al Pacino. Okay, listen, Enzo, I'm there. I'm on 34th Street and 6th Avenue. I'm running towards you now. I'm running. Enzo. Wait, listen, what's about, can you have, why can't you bring it in on, or have the guy bring it in on a truck? I told you I was going to try and get it together. I've got your cash now, I'm going to give it. Enzo, are you going to work with me or are you going to work against me, right? I just give me a fucking card and do it, right? Do me a favor, work with me. Don't keep putting obstacles in front of me, right? I don't have a fucking attitude, Renzo. I'm just saying, please try and help me. You've had the car for nearly a month, all right? The guy said it was going to be ready in 2 weeks. I told you I've got $7,500 in cash for you. Work with me. Don't keep saying no. Work with me. If you want my business, work with me, all right? I'm right by the Midtown Tunnel. You can't get anyone to just bring it over the tunnel. You know what, Enzo? Don't... Fucking, you give the geezer fucking $7,000 in fucking cash. And you won't even... And I'll speak to you. Okay. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Take care. Ciao now.
Mark's daytime work involves the organisation and promotion of a constant stream of nightclubs and celebrity events. But in the evening, he also has to host them.
Can you imagine being the daughter of Donald Trump? That's funny. And she's so normal too. I mean, as normal as you can get going to school on a private jet every morning. Oh, Brighton by the sea, Brighton by the sea. He's the head of, it was Elite Models, he's still head of Elite Models. New Scout. Since they had like a really nasty documentary on British television last week. He's still head of Elite. I'm going to find that out. Yeah, he's still head of Elite. I wonder if he would have handed his resignation in yet by now. We love Elite, because Elite is an incredible agency. The only trouble is there was, British television who just manages to get their friggin' cameras everywhere exposed. Perhaps some of the not so pretty business of the beautiful business. And a lot of heads rolled last week. There were 2 resignations by major heads of the agency. who got caught perhaps speaking a little more than they should have done. And I know a lot of people in the industry, hello, how are you? Could be, they got nailed on camera. It's as simple as it was. So always be careful with that camera. I got nothing to worry about. This time of the night I start to enjoy my work. At about 4 o'clock in the morning I hate it. It's just the funny shit that goes on. I gotta laugh.
This is wonderful. Tell me about Mark. I love Baker. Actually, before anybody in New York City, I'll be one of those people that confesses it honestly. Before anybody in New York City was being fabulous, there was Mark Baker. I rest my case.
My girlfriend is so cool what she has to really put up with just regards to late nights and the phone ringing always.
I travel a lot, and he too.
All the people and all the kids, hello.
And his job is always parties, girls, whatever. But I trust him.
And the girls and everything else. She's totally cool.
You love him?
Yes.
Oh, I love it. I come home to my girl. She's quiet. She's nice. She's just understanding. She doesn't give me grief. Get back to do my thing.
How old were you when you left home?
I was 11. I joined a circus when I was 11 and went travelling around England, Chipperfield Circus. All the wonderful things and the terrible things that can happen to an 11-year-old boy alone, travelling around England. England has the best of the best and has the worst of the worst as well. So I saw an awful lot by the time I was 12. I saw too much by the time I was 12.
And then, of course, the skateboarding. That was really, I think, what started it off. He came home one day and said, I know what I want for my birthday. I want a skateboard. And I said, darling, what is a skateboard? I literally had never heard of such a thing. And I said, well, you bring it and show me and we'll think about it. And of course, when I saw it, I thought, well, that's a dangerous thing. You're going to break your neck on that. But like all parents, it was the kids' craze. Fine. And that was how it started. And of course, a lot of things came from the skateboarding.
My goal was to come to New York and stay out of trouble, and to be the best at whatever I do. Whether that was skateboarding before, or now doing what I do, which is, I guess, hard to define what I do. But yeah, of course, the whole glamour and the glitz, and to just be in, be down, be cool.
CI5, please hold.
Mark is about to put his reputation on the line by throwing the most ambitious party of his whole career. At a cost of $25,000 per head, he's flying in 1,000 of his A-list friends to his exclusive Millennium Beach Party on the tropical island of Bali.
Terry, if we don't get that money there to Paris today, then we don't get our champagne, then we have nothing at midnight, which means I'm going to have 500 people looking to fucking lynch me in Bali from a tree by my neck because of this shit. Hello? So yeah, can you just say Mark's on the phone? Does he want me to do a dinner tonight, or is he full up for dinner? If he wants me to do my job, he's got to call me back. And he doesn't call me back, so, if I don't hear from him, I'm not doing a fucking dinner, right? So, Dan, I'm sorry, man. I got to go to fucking work, all right? I just need you to say yes or no. It's not that fucking difficult, is it? What? I'm telling you, I've left 3 messages there. You don't call me back, Dan. And my message through your man there is, do you want me to do a dinner, or are you full up for dinner? That's it. It's quite simple. You really don't, huh? No, Dan, after leaving 4 messages, all right, it's now 4:20 in the afternoon. I've been calling you all day to get an answer from you. No one calls me back. And I say to your guy, he said he's busy, he's going to call you. I said, just ask him if he wants me to do a dinner or not. And then you don't get on the phone. I mean, come on, guy, work with me here. Oh, is that how you feel, Dan? Is that what this is going to come to right now? That now we're going to get all ugly? Does it have to go to that? Do you want to go down that road? Do you? I'm going to fucking go over there and fucking see this motherfucker. I'll go over there and fucking... No, it's all right, I'll take care of it. This you can't film. I can absolutely say that everything that I've been fighting to get, I pretty much get. I do. I get what I want because I fight hard by sheer willpower. I do it, but I've long ago realized that it's not about that. I'd like to be able to do my business in different countries of the world, be able to travel to where I normally like to travel to, south of France, Bali, Thailand, wherever, and open up a chain of boutique hotels where I can host my guests 2 months of the year, and the other 10 months I can travel and do my thing. I think that's an achievable dream. So right now, that's my dream. I have a dream.
What do you think about Mark opening his own club?
It's about time. That's what I have to say. He should have done it a long time ago. It's going to be amazing.
It's a very, very difficult, I mean, we all know it's a very difficult business, and so when the opportunities are right, you take them.
This is how you razzle up a nightclub. Put your team together, consisting right now of Jeffrey and myself, who are basically what we call front of house. We're the promotions, the directors of PR, hype. We get the word out, and we bring our friends, and we do the whole international PR campaign.
I mean, I think Mark Baker is really a great promoter. That's what he is. He's consistent. He's been around a long time. He's been hitting it hard for a long time. He's a great mate. He's my partner in the club.
We then have Will and his partner Dave, who are experienced nightclub restaurant operators here in New York City. They've had a couple of the hottest places in New York also.
We have to constantly remind ourselves that we, in a weird way, we want them to be distracted. I mean, if they weren't getting 65 phone calls every 10 minutes, they wouldn't be doing what we want them to do, which is being out there and knowing all this year's models and the design. I mean, the calls they get are insane. You know, it's every hot model, every designer, every rock star who shows up in New York and is trying to figure out what to do. And that's really what we want them to be able to do. And we're sort of relying on them to do that. So at the one hand, sometimes we have these meetings and we're just like, Jesus Christ, would you guys focus for 1 second? You know, Mark runs out the door at Union Bar through half of our meeting because he sees some blonde girl walking down the street. And we're in mid-sentence and he runs out the door.
What Mark wants to do now is really make the move and really turn this into a substantial business, something that's got, you know, bricks and walls, and he can have equity in something and then grow it from there. And hopefully we can move on and do more and more projects together that we've all got equity in, rather than being brought in as promotional talent. You're paid a fee and it's over, that's it.
Where's most of your stress coming from?
Right now, Indonesia right now. Just because of the importance of in New York City or in London or Paris or wherever here, you have really a lot of control. I know who I deal with. I can pick up a phone and go bang, 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 and get everything done. My number one concern is the weather. Because even though we've safeguarded as best we can, we've spent thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars on the tent and floor alone. If it rains heavily, it's floods. I mean, there are floods coming down Main Street. I've never seen a drop of rain on the island. So in my mind, I've still got this, you know, but I've been warned about how bad it gets, so we have to prepare against that. Am I happy? I have to step back sometimes and think about it, for sure. I do, but there's something inside me that's missing right now. And I think I know what it is. You cannot have materialism without the spiritualism. You cannot, it goes hand in hand. And unless you have a strong, centered place inside you that's alcohol-free, crazy-free, drug-free, and just focused and centered, without that centered place, you will not be happy regardless of whatever you got, because everything else is spinning out of control like helter-skelter.
Living in the midnight daytime, I got to check out.
No one's perfect, and it is tough. It's tough to be in New York, but it's easy to be in Asia and be nice and polite and cry with the kids and be a beautiful person. You try being nice in New York City when everyone's trying to jack one up your butt every day. It's really difficult to be polite and to be nice and not want to go out and bash everybody.
He's got a wonderful attitude about this Buddhism stuff or whatever it is, because I'm not exactly sure.
This up here is my little place outside, or as close to New York as I can come, just to find a little bit of peace. I'm alone up here. I have this awful inkling that one day, you know, something will happen, and everything that I've waited and saved up to do, I won't be able to do. Bail out right now? I don't know if I'd be happy to do it right now. I'm not quite there yet. When I'm out, I'm gone. I'm out of this. I'm done it. And mentally, I'm preparing to get out of it. I'd like to be able to, but then there's a little bit inside me that also says, you know, I'm going to be gone and I'll be living in Bali and I've got my beautiful house and my horses and my kids, please God. And everything is wonderful, but then maybe I'll be like, I miss it. I want to go back. And by that time, it'll be too late, because once I've gone, I've gone. Because then there'll be some, you know, new hot young guy out there or girl who's, you know, who's hot, top jolly, and they won't need me anymore. I'll be over.
Mark is off to Florida to promote the opening of a new club.
No, it's your father. Who else is it? I'm in Miami. Listen, can you get Dirk on the other line? I'm here in Miami now. I just arrived at Fort Lauderdale to do this event Wednesday night. You're kidding me, right? Why? What's the problem? Get him on the other line, please. And I've just been told by Dirk, the owner of the club, poor guy, that his final inspection permits haven't been approved, so he cannot open on Wednesday. You guys don't have inspection already? Which means that he has lots of people flying in. He has everybody on payroll, and he can't open the club. I mean, you guys have sent out, like, all the invites, though. He loses prestige, which is probably the most expensive of all, that every competitor of his in the country is going to be laughing their ass off. You know, shit, that's a shame, not getting me to work. By not being open, he's probably losing $50,000 to $60,000 a night in revenue. So between here and Christmas Eve, ouch, that's costing him a lot of money. It's costing him close to $500,000. Why didn't you didn't pay the right people, I guess? Pay somebody else. Well, that's, you know, yeah, there's always ways and ways, but I don't know, I guess we'll find that out when we get there, whether there's, you know, Miami's a negotiable town, you know, probably more negotiable than New York, but we'll see. We'll see what we can pull when we get there, but it doesn't look good.
We know who we are.
Shit happens, mate. Shit happens.
We know who we are. We know who we are. Lots of low down funk for the needy and not we know we are the is equal is of the hops of the hips of the jeans.
With Dirk's club failing to open on time, Mark takes the opportunity for a little party.
You want to hear a funny story? Well, it's not very funny. We get the champagne, right? The fucking saga, the ongoing saga of the champagne. We eventually get it all sorted out. We buy the champagne, sitting in Paris. We got all the money to those guys in Indonesia to cover their shipping and everything. We got the customs people all taken care of down there. Everything's correct. Everything's in place. Everything's legal. Everything we thought we've done everything. They go to pick it up and go to ship it out of Paris. You have to have a special permit to export champagne from France. I was like, you know what? I give up. I can't believe it.
I'm sure Mark doesn't want to do this partying bollocks all the time, right? Do you know what I mean? Like, you know, today we're sitting down and then a guy walks up and, you know, fucking dude from somewhere or other, and Mark switches on to Mark Baker, and you know, how I boom the handshakes and, you know, talking about so-and-so, and then the guy comes out with, well, you've got to come to Fred Bloggs' party tonight, it's at the so-and-so, and, you know, everyone's going to be there, and, you know, and Mark's just, he's probably thinking, wanker, fuck off, you know, I want to have a wank and a curry and go to sleep, right? But that's not the business.
Check this out, y'all. We know who we are. 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 Lots of low down funk for the needy, and we know who we are.
Back when I was a wee lad, just getting started in the film business in New York, Mark was always somebody that was very genuine and very sweet, and allowed me into some of the clubs that he was running. So it's nice to see Mark doing so well and successful. He has no time for my restaurant. I brought him to my restaurant. I said, Mark, babe, guy, kid, what's up? You know, my restaurant, Alaya, what do you think? He said, oh, you know, Stephen, I'm a little too busy, love, you know. I'm big now, babe. I said, oh, well, all right, I understand.
Mark heads back to New York.
How many? Oh my God. All right, close the list. Have everyone just fax requests on company letterhead only, right? And then we'll have to pick and choose from there. Cheers. Our phones have gone berserk. It's 11 o'clock in the morning over this premiere tomorrow night. We did a small mass fax last night, and the response to this movie tomorrow night has been berserk. They're cursing me up in New York right now because they can't get any work done because the phones are ringing too much. So I guess that's better than being empty, right? That's what we get paid to do, fill up the house.
But Mark has one more event to host before he leaves for Bali the following morning.
Mr. Stone's room? Oh, good. Okay, can I leave a message, please? To have him please call Mark. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye. Bye. Okay, great. I'll come up and pick you up. No, we'll join you. We'll join you in your car. Where are you at? 8? I'm in a car right now. Okay, good. Well. La da 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 da. Ooh ooh ooh.
I missed the end of my premiere, and I got to the last hour of the party. Thank God. I got, you know, some of the action.
Well, as long as you make the party, that's all that matters, right? I mean, you know, the movie's a movie.
How about some cool air there, son? Sosa. You know, in Scarface, the guy got killed was called Sosa. The fucking driver doesn't know where he's going. We could walk faster. Yeah, just don't move around and do a lot of cell phone bullshit. Just stay still, watch the movie, okay? No cell phones.
I'm turning it up.
Don't go to the John 43 times to make your call.
right here. Everyone's having a good time. Oliver's set, he's having a good time. Everyone's okay. Whether I'm here or not doesn't make any difference anymore. Now I have to look after my agenda. I always know the back door out of every club. Right now it's time for me to go. I'm going to say goodnight. This is where I leave it. Everyone will be partying here till 5 in the morning. It's my time to go. I slip home, do my thing. See you at the airport.
How's it going?
I love that.
Jason,
That works
the most
good.
talented man in the world.
This is to the future. This is to the future of one young man who's about to embark on a long journey across the Pacific to a place called Bali for probably the most hot
We hope so.
and two great friends.
Very, very good friend.
And
Good
I'm
friend,
really going to grasp it. This is great.
With very little sleep in the previous 72 hours, Mark arrives in Bali to an enormous amount of work.
It's really difficult when you're very tired, and I'm tired, to make sure that I don't forget anything. Because if I forget one thing, I'm a cat food. So anyway, you have to. This is the last bit you have to do, which is our welcome package. Okay. Dear friends, welcome to Bali, island of the gods, and a once-in-a-lifetime experience. Yeah. Wherever possible, please try to remember how lucky we are that right here, right now. Remember that right here, right now. No, just say that and remember that right here, right now. Remember that right here, right now. It doesn't get any better. Enjoy the love and the magic. That you can get from this island. Love and peace, Mark. I love this place, man, so much. I really do. I love the people. Everywhere you go, everyone smiles, everyone waves at you. They've got nothing to gain from you. Nothing. They celebrate every waking moment of life.
Mark's partners, Lindley and Hugo, are not getting on too well.
Okay, well, don't panic. We're getting extra carpenters in tomorrow.
I don't panic. I just figure out and make sure he's going to finish it.
He's promised to finish it. It will be finished.
You are a drama queen.
Hugo has got himself into trouble with a local girl.
You are just a drama queen. Accept it the way it is. You are. So you got to accept me. She's nuts.
Yes, we know that. We're all nuts. We're all nuts.
She have problem, psychological problem. Make she suck my blood.
So don't give her the opportunity to suck your blood.
She's dangerous. And I haven't figured out because she's fucking gorgeous and behind this I let my fucking dick goes more than my brain. I never go again with this Asian woman. Everybody warned me. Everybody warned me. This is all the same blood.
Go within those.
Hey, kitty. Hey, kitty.
This is my new girlfriend.
This is the only kind of pussy you should be hanging out with.
Mark arrives at the party site.
What do I think? I think that anything is possible. That's what I think. Anything is possible. Obviously, right now, about nightclubs with basic drywall, sheetrock not even done yet. We have night, which is on our advantage. and we have to be ingenious in as much as making this place just A, comfortable, and B, look aesthetically beautiful, which you can do with light and material.
So first reactions to the site?
So between Ugo, me, her, and the whole other team that we have, I think we'll be okay. It's just I just have to delegate, and that's going to be my task right now. It's just to delegate, and that's that. But when it comes to Bali, at this point, you know, the island has its own way of doing things, and if it wants it to happen, it'll happen, and if it wants to be mischievous, it'll be mischievous, and I'll accept it any way it comes.
Everywhere, and there'd be a bowl of fire in front of her. And at one point, the shaman pulls out like a Shiva, a statue of Shiva, with all the arms, and he shakes it and brings life to it, and he sets it down, and then one of the fire dancers will come in, a female who's an amazingly powerful woman, Simone. She'll come in with all fire fingers, not lit, and she'll come alive. She'll be the actual Shiva that comes alive. We were thinking of doing like these subliminal messages, like in the entrance, for instance, it would say every day is a magic ceremony, any moment is a talisman. And then having these subliminal messages all along the way as they're arriving, they're gonna see these things, and then when they're inside, they're gonna see them body painted onto some of the characters, and there'll always be these messages that are going. Some of the examples are, he's got a whole list of them here.
Good. Hey, whatever brings a smile. Whatever brings a smile and makes everybody happy. Go for it. You guys are spiritual guidance on this event.
Mark's a very important part of what I'm doing here right now. I mean, this place has just been built, and it's only just been finished, and Mark's got this high-profile party here, and we need this sort of publicity to get the place going and try and get some return on our investment. And so in that way, Mark's a very integral part of what's going on. At the same time, I don't have any expectation, or I don't rely on Mark for anything, because I've been disappointed before. I was a drug addict for a long time, and I know what that drug thing is, and I know that what he does relates to drugs and alcohol and staying up all night. And, yeah. I think if you're not careful, you can self-destruct very easily here, because there's no rules. You don't have a drunk driving law, or there's nothing to pull you back. And if you look around yourself, you're just going to see other people partying every day of the year until late in the morning. So it's very easy to get the whole thing out of perspective. If you're out every night and you're looking around to see if other people are out every night, they will be. There will be. But whether they're out as often as you are is another question. And yeah, Bali takes a lot of people down. A lot of people die in Bali.
But that's partly my own fault as well. So. Yeah, days, nights. You know, you push yourself and you push yourself and you push yourself. And eventually your body just says, enough, stop. Need rest. Any news on the champagne? Oh, champagne. What tastes like champagne that isn't champagne?
Jeffrey's girlfriend Sophia has arrived and has decided to throw her own Christmas party in competition with Mark's.
As far as your dinner's concerned, Sophia, don't worry about your dinner for Christmas Day. I'll pay for dinner for Christmas Day, all right? I just want everyone to be together, to have a nice dinner. And obviously, if you're going to do a dinner at your house, and I'm going to invite everybody for dinner, a lot of people who would like to be together won't be able to be together. Well, no, I made it quite clear to Jeffrey, and I explained it, and because Jeffrey was probably out of his mind. That's why he was tired. He was tired. He was tired. He was tired. Why are you doing this? Why are you doing this? You fucking drunk.
What's the problem? Well, she said,
oh, I can't believe you said that. I can't believe you said that. Jeffrey was. He was out of his fucking mind. The only person on earth that can give me grief is fucking Sophia. She always does.
It's not sorted out. Not this one, but we'll have time to talk out when, you know, it's a big responsibility to take care of what Mark is doing right now, and I understand that before anybody else. And, you know, I'm just going to let it flow, and I'll just grab Mark and strangle him.
And tell your girlfriend to fuck, she's got to chill out, Jeffrey, otherwise her and I are going to have such a fight. I've done this out of the fucking goodness of my heart this year, and for you guys to throw that in my face is fucking abominable. Abominable.
It's a family, and like all families, there are issues and problems that you got to solve. And, you know, to each his own personality, and you just got to work around it.
I didn't say you were high out of your mind. I said you were out of it. You were exhausted, tired. I said you had, Jeffrey, I'm not, your girlfriend, I don't want drama. I'm calling up to say, everything is fine. My motivation behind this is fucking pure. Everything I'm doing for this is for fucking charity. So don't have anyone question that, all right? I don't want to fight with your girlfriend, Jeffrey, okay? I want peace and love and harmony and everyone just to have a good time, okay? I should be so happy. So happy. I'm out of that whole fucking scene. Had it up to here. Spend my life around decent people, happy people. It's close from bailing, I tell you. It's close from calling it a day.
Sophia goes ahead with the party, severely dividing Mark's crowd.
Hugo, I'm going out to site, and Mark's still not awake. Everybody's tried to wake him up, and I'll see you later. Now, have you got your telephone on? What?
I forgot it in the taxi.
Oh, Jesus Christ. What is the use of it?
I was tired. I went to sleep.
Well, get to bed early and stop partying so hard. Come on, I'm up at 8:30 and we've got a party to do in 3 days' time. You know, it's now 1:30 in the afternoon. I haven't been able to contact you all day. I had to do 3 different things this morning for everybody, and I needed your help. And I need Mark's help, and we can't even get him out of fucking bed. Yes, of course I'm angry. Look, see, the sun's coming up, the skies are clearing, and the tent will be ready. It will be done. You there?
Lindley finally gets hold of Mark.
Listen, Wyan Parter, the one who's doing all the Buddhas and the figurines and whatever, wants to meet up with us today at 4 o'clock. My battery's gone flat.
Meanwhile, on the other side of the island, another promoter is throwing his New Year's Eve party, Bali 2000, in an $85 million theme park.
Having spoken to him this morning, he told me the realistic figure of people at the event will be about 500. So we're not talking about a huge crowd. So I'm sure he'll deal with it, but he's got some serious problems with the weather if it carries like this. If it carries on like this, he's right on the beach. The rain will be moving horizontally. Well, like I say, Mark's professional. He'll deal with it. I'm sure if he can't get over it, he'll go under it. If he can't go under it, he'll go around it. It's one way or another, he'll do something. Mark looks a little bit like a building site at the moment. It's, in fact, he looks a lot like a building site. But, we have the best location. What can I say, Mark? Sorry, mate.
What about the champagne, Mark?
Champagne, I don't know. Champagne's the big thorn in the side. Champagne is... Terry, who was taking care of it in Paris, had to leave for Thailand and has left his second in command there. I'm going to start waking them up at 10 and then go on to 3, 4, 5, around 5 o'clock this afternoon. But if we don't get it out of there in the next day or so, it's not happening. And at that point, I would be very disappointed in Mr. Terry. Very disappointed.
It's a concern, isn't it, really?
It's a concern. It's, you know, it's champagne on New Year's Eve, which everybody expects and everyone should expect. So at that point, I'll have to try. I don't know what to do. Try and buy some locally that's going to cost a fortune. Fortune.
What do you think?
$50 a bottle, times 1,000 bottles. Do the math. It's $50,000. I don't really want to spend on champagne right now. I don't drink this stuff myself anyway, but I've got to have something. We'll see.
Mark finally makes it to the site to find his creative team just a little concerned.
If it does rain, then we will just have somebody here after we've done our best here, and I think people will understand. I can't turn around to everybody now and say, oh, we moved into the village because there may be rain. We've always understood there may be rain. And what we're doing is we do our best to, we'll set this up like it's ready to roll. I have to concentrate all our efforts on this side. There's always been like a backup plan that if it was unbearable, that we would move the party to the villas. But it's difficult for me after so much preparation on this side.
You've got to take the
so
risk
much,
now.
We have to go for it.
I'm really worried.
They didn't pay for
I'm really worried at this
so
point
that
because
guy hasn't been doing
nobody
it.
seems to be working.
What about all of this? Is it going to be finished as well?
This we just take some land.
Okay.
All that
What about on the side though?
Side unit about set also?
If it rains, yeah.
Oh.
If not, I mean, I don't know.
Okay. What about if I have careful like this?
Okay, please finish this off.
Don't worry. We do not. At 5 o'clock. We do everything.
Get them working on that back there. Clean it up. We're good.
Okay. Yeah, I'll be leaving too.
Okay. So, yeah, there's somebody coming down. We're looking for that.
Mark, it's going to happen.
Of course it's going to happen. Show must go on. By hook or by crook. I just got too much buried in this. Too much to nix it. Damn, we got the priest praying on this one. I heard that you have a really special offer on Moet and Chandon champagne. Only $2 a bottle. Is that true? It's not true? Oh, okay. $5 a bottle? How much? Don't you? Only sparkling wine? How much is that? This says champagne. This says champagne.
And then we have the turtles and the dragons coming out of the lagoon.
Come from the ocean, yeah.
And they tried to go for the Buddha, but we have the Buddha protectors here. I'll watch them.
Yeah.
They got the Red Monkey King.
Yeah.
And what's the name of the beautiful Bhima? Bhima.
Is it gonna happen? Something's gonna happen. That's the thing. You know, that's the thing. It's a vibration there, man. It's gonna get down. Boogie. See, I'm ready for this. I got some good vibrations happening. Is it gonna happen?
Yeah, of course it is. If I ever had any doubts, a lot of other people have had doubts, but not me, not me.
Let's go with magic.
Is it going to happen? Is it going to happen? You sure?
Sure.
100%?
Not really.
Is it going to happen, dude?
Oh, it's happening, man. It started happening since the beginning, but it's happening.
How about
And
the view?
There's no stopping us now. There's no stopping us. The spirits, look at the spirits. They're here.
Look at that. They're gonna come alive tonight in the fight. It's gonna be the good versus the evil, and the good's gonna prevail, and then we're gonna go 2,000 years beyond the box of good and evil. It's done, man. 2,000 years behind us. New millennium, new people. New day.
I'm okay. Get me to midnight and I'll be around. Stressed? A little, but not too bad. Hey, this is a once in 1,000 year occasion. I mean, how normal can you be, right? No, I feel good. What's up, guys? You okay?
So good.
Thank you,
It's
Ed.
so
So
nice.
far, so good.
It's
You're
nice.
good. So, guys, welcome in. How are you? Are you okay?
Hi.
So, guys, good evening. How are you? Hello. See, there are bars inside. Go grab a drink, hang out, and just, hey, baby. Hey, darling. It's all good. But it looks beautiful, doesn't it, Jeffrey? It's incredible. I can't believe that we've got the luck so far.
Just Mark, please,
Yeah, okay.
please.
I'm the happiest guy in the world right now.
Oh, it's all good, Mark.
Feel good. Feel good. It ain't easy being cheesy. But we want Evian. Give them the Evian, whatever they want.
And Zofia arrives too.
Cold water. Everett, give her a case.
Meanwhile, over at Bali 2000, the whole event is rained off. But back at Mark's site,
I'm happy. I think it brings everyone together. I think it's all meant to be. It's not, there are no clouds in the sky. It's bringing people in. It's good. It's just life.
Now everybody's in together. It's almost the end of 1999, and Mark Baker, you need a vacation.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Burn all gods, man.
We are taught in the West that to be beautiful, to be Ken or Barbie, and to be rich, and to have 2.5 houses, and the dogs, and the cats, and the Ferraris, and the beauty, and all the rest of it is the pinnacle of success. I don't think it's bad, but it's definitely not the whole answer.
In another time and place, Mark could have been anything. It still could be anything. Or it could be a tragedy, we don't know. But it's not going to be ignorable. Mark Baker is someone that cannot be ignored. If you know the guy, it's going to have an impact.
My worst fear is in that one last year, and I'm about to pull it all together, I die.